Hello children, hope you are all doing good. So welcome back, this is Vijaya. So till now we have completed one module again of the lesson A Truly Beautiful Mind. So by this we have completed altogether 3 modules. First module is all about his very childhood. Second is about his education and what are all the things happened in his life while he was pursuing his schooling and all. And finally he reaches to his graduation. So therein we have just come. Then in the other module, third module, we also have come to know that after completing and after getting that graduation degree in his hand, what did he do? Could he immediately get the job, children? No, he did not get it. Then what did he do? Did he simply sit at home happily? No. What did he do? No, he just started rendering his duty as what? Assistant teacher. So he became himself as a teaching assistant. Then also he started rendering private tuitions and also home tuitions as well. Then he was just busy. Then in the year 1902, so after 2 years of gap, he got job. What kind of a job he got? A technical expert. Where did he get the job? It was a patent company. It's a patent office. What is patent? I have already explained you. It's nothing but to claim the right of ownership and or else claiming the possession of being the owner of so and so. That is called patent. So as he started working as a technical expert in that particular office, he also continued his interest of developing his own ideas into theory, and therein he has come up with the theory of relativity in 1905. And that's how the world could come to know about his intelligence and his theory. And the theory of relativity, I think you might have already got your doubts clarified by having a conversation and talk with your concerned physics teacher about theory of relativity. It says that anyway the distance and time are not absolute. They are never absolute, and they just have told you to watch even 2 clocks when they complete one complete journey of a day or 12 hours of something. You will definitely see the difference in 2 different clocks moving. One moves a little faster and another one moves a little slower, where you won't see them matching up because they are not absolute. That's what they mean. Am I right? Then he carried on with his own developing ideas, and he was very busy solving the problems of physics and all. And therein he just overlooked his personal life, whereas he decided to marry Mileva Maric, who is a Serbian girl. Then his mother also objected Einstein, saying that no, Mileva Maric is 3 years older than you, and also she's very intelligent, and I'm worried, I'm bothered, because she's like a book, she knows everything, so better not to marry her. So as soon as he heard his mom saying so, then he thought, fine, let him not get married, and he just put that proposal aside. Am I right? Till then we have done it. So please open your e-books and also your running books, having a pen with you, children. And we are, we are with 11th paragraph. The pair finally married in Jan 1903. Fine, there is not much suspense they carried. They just revealed that yes, though his mother objected, what made him to go for it we did not know, or how could he convince his parents we did not know. But finally he got married to Mileva Maric in the year 1903. He got married and had how many sons? 2 sons. So he had 2 sons also. But a few years later the marriage faltered is became weak. The relation has become weak. So after some years of time, Einstein, he could not really maintain the relation with Mileva Maric, and there were many differences between. So their relation had become a bit weak, which led to was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. So all this, she started developing all other things, She became an unhappy housewife because she also had many of her ideas. We have already learned that she is very much interested towards literature, art and music. So after her wedding and when she was blessed with 2 children, she could not pursue her own interests further, which made her to have dissatisfaction, and she was disappointed maybe. Then these kind of things they led after years of constant fighting. They used to always have It's not physical fighting, the word they used it maybe, but it's quarreling. They used to always have quarreling. They used to have arguments, many in number. Then finally the couple divorced in 1919. So their married life, children here, both of them, they were divorced in the year 1919. They were married in 1903 and 1919. So they were together for 16 years of time. So 16 years of marital life was okay, but anyhow they weren't comfortable with each other, so they parted from each other. The parting in the sense divorced. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. So as soon as he was divorced from Mileva Marek, immediately he got married to his own cousin. Immediately in the same year, he got married to his cousin, whose name was Elsa. Then Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to world fame in 1915. He had published his general theory of relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. So see children, now it's the greatest achievement of his life. So in the year 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity, and one of the greatest books. He had introduced very formally, he had launched, the right word is to launch, he had launched the theory very officially, where the whole world could come to know about something, where he provided a new interpretation of gravity. Interpretation is nothing but to tell you more about any of the things. Interpretation, right interpretation. So what is gravity? So he tried his best to let the world know more about what is gravity through his theory of relativity, which has become so popular in the year 1915. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. Then whatever he tried to let people of the world know the theory of gravity with the help of theory of relativity, which was proved with the help of eclipse of sun. You all know eclipse of sun. So there was eclipse of sun in the year 1919, which brought proof that his theory was accurate. So it was absolutely correct. It was very appropriate. It was absolute. Then Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. Then what was his observation? As the eclipse took place, it was proved, we have already learned. So what did he prove? What did he try to explain with the interpretation of the gravity? He tried to prove that he had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars. So light is emitted and taken from the stars, as you all know. So the light, how long and how far the light is carried, he could calculate very accurately in the sun's gravitational field. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. So newspapers and people, when he has become so popular with his theory of gravitation and explanation with the relativity, then people called his invention, his theory, his achievement as what? Scientific revolution. There is a great change. Revolution is nothing but drastic change. When you come across, it's called as a revolution. So a scientific revolution. Therein Einstein was said to be involved and called as what? Scientific revolution. Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. Then this is the most highest achievement of the world in the field of sciences, children. Here Einstein received the Nobel Prize. He received Nobel Prize in the field of science for the physics. In which year? 1921. So one of the world best awards. So beyond this there is no other prize. So he won this also in the year 1921. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded by the press. So therein, once he got the identity as one of the greatest physicists in the world, then people started honoring him, calling him to address the gathering or to work as a researcher in their labs. What not, all the people were really, they were crazy to talk about and to see him and all. And also the press, the media, the newspapers, the TV channels and all, also they applauded him like anything, because he had become a greatest celebrity. He had become a very world famous person because he was given what? Nobel Prize in the year 1921. So see his journey, children. I'll just show you on a board. See his journey. Are you able to see from here? Can you see this? Yes. In the year of 1900, he got the graduation degree. 1900, he was only a 1900 year, he was only a graduate and at the age of 21. Then 1902, he started working as what? Technical expert. 1905, he has started introducing his theory of relativity, which has come into force in 1915, and in 1921, he was given the Nobel Prize, the most highest prize in the world. So see his journey. Very quickly everything has taken place in his life and he has become world famous physicist. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to the United States. Then now, you all know about Nazis and Jewish people and all, no? World War II, you might have learnt in your social sciences about all these things, about Hitler, the great dictator, yes? So, Germany was German people, Jewish and all, they were being controlled and they were taken over by these Nazis. Nazis were ruled and they were completely commanded by whom? The dictator Hitler. Then he could not, because already we have learnt about Einstein that he was wanting a lot of liberty and freedom always, and he was such a person who would like to be liberal and free always. Then immediately, as Germany had the problem where he was residing in, and they were forced to live under the Nazism and Nazi philosophy, he did not like that, and immediately he moved to United States of America. Then he went to America in the year 1933. So it's another turning point in his life, children, because we called his lesson as what? A truly beautiful mind. So herein we are going to really come across the beauty of his mind. So he had taken a great decision here, changing his place to be relocated from Germany to United States. The reason was not to be a suppressor under the Nazism, under the dictatorship of Hitler. Then 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. So, in America, what happened? As you all know, nuclear power. Every country would like to prove itself that it is the most powerful country. Though, like these days, we are very much aware of that UNO would definitely provoke and prompt any of the countries to not to go for nuclear weapons. It is banned. But even then, in a very secret manner, hiding it, all the countries try to still have the nuclear power. As example, North Korea, of course Israel, they all go for it, right, children? Similarly, when America also had tried to have their own nuclear power, but whereas American physicists, they failed to do or give their best there. So they have used the word uproar, children. Physicists in an uproar, they were in upset mood because they could not really do well when it comes to the nuclear weapons and other things. Then many of them had fled from fascism. So they fled from fascism because they did just as Einstein had. So how Einstein had, he tried to just move away from Germany to America. Similarly, the physicists who were working in United States of America, they could not tolerate that fascism there. That's another philosophy. They did not like to live there. So they could not give their best when it comes to nuclear power. And what did they do? They fled away. They also ran away to another country. Like how Einstein did, running from Germany to USA. And now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. Now the USA, United States of America, as their physicists could not do well when it comes to the nuclear power and all, then country was completely afraid that maybe Nazis would come with an atom bomb. Nazis, because dictatorship of Hitler, you all might have already learned a lot about, Then they were all very much worried. And what would happen further? They wanted to know. The next 15th paragraph. At the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American president. So at urging is nothing but a request, children. As one of his colleagues, one of Einstein's colleagues, requested him to write a letter to the American president. Of course, as he is such a popular scientist and physicist, you know, he would be able to definitely write a letter or address the President of America personally also, in person. Then at the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American President, Franklin D. Roosevelt. So please underline, children, at that particular period of 1939, American President was Franklin D. Roosevelt. So he wrote a letter. Who wrote a letter? Einstein. Why did he write a letter? Because it was a request from one of his colleagues to write a letter directly to the president in the year 1939 on 2nd of August, in which he warned. What did he write? He was warning something. What was he warning? A single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. So he said that just running to only acquire the leadership among all other countries having nuclear power more is nothing but which would definitely lead to the destruction. This is what he means to say. And simply like looking, an atom bomb would destroy, because recently it happened. An atom bomb could destroy the port, and also the nearby surrounding areas completely were distracted. So he warned the president, who was the president in 1939 of USA, children, Franklin D. Roosevelt. And he wrote the letter on 2nd of August 1939, warning the president to not to go ahead and not to run behind this nuclear power or atomic power, that is atom bombs, because they have a lot of power to destroy anything, and they can destroy anything. So tomorrow, children, like in the next session, we shall continue whether his warning could reach the president rightly or not, whether the president could receive his warning correctly or not, what happened further and all. We shall conclude also. Is everybody clear with this module? So now quickly let's sum up. So already we have learned that how successful he had become. So even he could marry his own Serbian fellow student. But for 16 years he could spend his life. He was blessed with 2 sons also. But after that, as she was a bit disappointed, as she could not find time to look into her own interests and all, then they were parted, and then he got married to one of his own cousins. Then he carried on with his own achievements, and therein in 1921 he was given the Nobel Prize, where all the people of the world could identify that there is a great physicist in the world whose name is Albert Einstein. Everybody could really know. And then with his theory of relativity, he started even improvising that, whereas he could call it as what? Interpretation of gravity. And that was proved where they had the eclipse of sun, where everything what did he work on? He worked on the light of the stars to reach the sun, and again coming back to the stars. So how long and how far they take. So whatever the way he has calculated, he had proved that he was absolutely right and he was completely accurate. Therein everybody identified him. Not only the different countries honored him, but also they requested him, invited him to visit their countries. And of course the press, the media had applauded him like anything. Then therein in the country where he lived was Germany, as there was a Nazism undertaking Germany. It was during the World War. Then he could not really be there, because we have already come across that he did not like the regimentation in schooling. Then he could not tolerate the suppression. Then what did he feel? Fine, let him not be anymore in Germany. And then where did he flew away? He went to United States of America, and he started pursuing his own work, research and other things as a physicist in America. Then was he completely satisfied there? No. Now whatever we called him as a truly beautiful mind had started coming out of his own attitude. So therein we'll go ahead tomorrow in the next session, children. By now I think you all have understood what is the beauty of Einstein's mind. One side is his scientific achievements, other side is as an independent as person, as an individual, whereas he did not like to be under somebody's control. He left his country and he went to USA. Then will he be continuing there or not? Let's see in the next session. So please do attempt all the questions in the worksheets what I give you, children. And take care. Goodbye. This is Vijaya signing off.